Todd. Welcome to Twig Archery. Today we want to talk about a new bow we're going to be carrying this year in 2021. It's a Black Shark Convertabow, and I think it's going to turn out to be a pretty nice bow. It's got a lot of great advantages to it that we'll get into here as we go along. The bow will come in as a conventional recurve, 62-inch recurve bow. 17-inch riser, and with these limbs on here, which are considered longs. These are just standard limbs though. These are not, these limbs right here that come with the bow are just standard takedown limbs. Black glass, bamboo core, has lamination of bamboo right here over the top there, your limb bowl here. It's got a layer of green through there. And but anyways, what makes this bow so unique is that that I think it's going to be just great for customers, is that you can use the conventional limbs that come on it, or you can take them off and you can put on anybody who makes ILF limbs, anybody's limbs, whether it's Trad Tech or Samick or Win and Win or Bose, and I could go on and on. Hoyts, there's just umpteen different companies that make ILF limbs, and they're all compatible with this bow, this riser. So that's what really makes this bow kind of special. And some people have asked me, well, why not just buy an ILF bow, a total ILF bow, not with the conventional limbs, the regular ILF bow with the ILF limbs. And the main reason for that is, when you find a nice, decent riser with the ILF limbs, you're usually at $400 or more. This bow will not cost that much. So it's going to be a nice savings there, and yet you can still convert it over to ILF. Now I know a lot of beginners out there don't really know what ILF is, International Limb Fits, and that's just what it means. Anybody who builds ILF limbs they're all the same down at the end here where they go into the riser. So it doesn't matter whose they are, they'll fit in there. So that creates a big advantage. As far as whether you want to use a certain manufactured ILF limbs. If you want this bow, you could make this bow right here into a 58, 60, 62-inch recurve. Right now it's a 62, but you could also make it a 60 or 58-inch. You could make it a 60 or 62, a 60 or 58-inch longbow if you want to put ILF longbow limbs on here. So that's just a huge advantage right there as far as being able to use anybody else's limbs on this riser. This riser 5-10 years from now will still be able to be used. It's not like your conventional bow. Sometimes if they don't manufacture them anymore, you can't get limbs for them, and it makes it a little more difficult that way for people to find limbs and things like that for conventional type bows. But this, you don't have that. You'll always be able to find, I'm sure, limbs, because I don't think the ILF type bows are going away anytime soon. Also, what makes the ILF so nice is you can actually adjust these bows with your lateral movement, which would be right there. There's a Allen there and an Allen here. The bow comes with 3 Allen wrenches, small, medium, large. This would take the small one. Loosen up one side, tighten the other one down, and just snug them up a little bit, don't get carried away. And what that does here, lateral movement, that actually pivots the limb this way out at the limb tip. If you see that it's not perfectly the way you want it, following the string groove here and everything else. So you can pivot that a little bit. Also, you can adjust your tiller with your limb bolt, and you got a locker on the back side here, so in your limb bolt, you can adjust your tillers to where you could have it set even tiller, or a 1/4 inch less on the lower limb, or you could reverse the tiller and make it 1/4 inch on the less on the upper limb, reverse tiller or negative tiller, and that's important. The tiller is really important to me on these type of bows, because there's a lot of people out there nowadays that are shooting string walking, or what they call fixed crawl, and those type of bows that they're using, and a lot of these people are using, they're just not made for that. all your lower end type bows, and even some of your mid-range bows, like your Bears and Martins and that, they're not tailored for that type of shooting style. So you want to really have a bow. I think when you look around, you'll start seeing the top shooters in the world who shoot string walking or fixed craw. They're mostly all using metal risers, and the main reason would be they can get longer risers, so they can get a 68, 70-inch bow for just strictly 3D or target shooting, and they can also adjust that tiller, because that way they can reverse that tiller, and that way they're getting equal pull on both limbs. So that's a very important feature there also would be that. So you can adjust the poundage here slightly, but it's not a lot, somewhere around 3-4% of the poundage of the bow by adjusting your limb bolts. So, but anyways, I've shot the bow already. This particular model, this one right here. I've actually shot this one here. This is a 35 pound with the conventional limbs, and shoots nice. Nothing wrong with it. It's got the bamboo core, like I say, in the limbs. Shoots really nice. But I didn't shoot it here today because, well, we're just basically going to be we're talking about all these other limbs you can put on here, and then you get into a kind of a different feel whether you're using a different manufacturer type limbs. So, but what we're going to do now is I'm going to take this off and show you how we can just convert this over pretty quick. I don't know of anybody else that's really come out with a bow like this, so I think it's pretty unique that way. And like I say, it just gives the customer so many advantages out there with all these different limbs you can use and all these adjustments. Now, a lot of people get a little afraid of this adjustment thing, and really, it's not that complicated. Once these things are adjusted to your bow, you don't mess with them anymore. They're set. They stay there. You don't have to mess with them. I suppose maybe if you shoot a lot, every couple of weeks or months, you might want to check your blockers on the back side and make sure they're still snug. And then same way with your little side adjustments. But generally, those things don't loosen up. That I've seen anyway with ILFs. I've used quite a few different ILFs over the years. So right now, like I say, this conventional limbs. These are limbs that are going to come on the bow. 62-inch bow, right here with these limbs. These are recurve limbs. Now I'm going to take these off and convert this over here. I think the manufacturer says you can do this in about a minute, but I don't think that's quite true. It takes me a little bit longer than a minute to do this. Just take your limb bolt out of there. We have to take our limb bolt, and I got to screw it back in here just a little bit. A little chilly here in Ohio today. My hand's a little cold. Looks nice. We are in January here, so it's a little cool. Put this piece on here. I'm going to screw this limb bolt right back into its place where it came out. I'm having trouble getting that in here. Okay, that's one. I'm sure that was more than a minute. Pull off the top conventional one. piece out of there, brass piece. Put that all the way down. But the nice thing about this is if you're on a hunting trip somewhere and you needed an extra set of limbs but you didn't have any, but your buddy had a set of ILS laying there, you could always convert this over right there at hunting camp. So you don't really need any special tools other than this Allen wrench. Okay, we've got them in there. Now we can just take a set of ILF limbs. These happen to be these are from these are Southwest Archery Stingray limbs. Just put that in here like so. Snaps in there. Snaps in. That's it. Nice fit. Now, a lot of people will say, well, these things are moving all over the place. Like there, you can see that. So that's common. That's normal. Normal movement here doesn't mean anything because once it gets strung up and gets under tension, that just all goes away. So it would make this would also be a 62-inch recurve with these Southwest Stingray limbs. So let's say you decide, well, I think maybe I'll try a longbow. So now you can just take a longbow limb. Now these are Trad Tech limbs. Snap right in. Snap right in. Take the string here. Comes with a nice Dyneema Flemish string, which are used by a lot of your top shooters around the world. Very durable type string. Falls into the high performance category. Gives you a little bit more speed. But also very durable string. Let me string this up now with these longbow limbs on here. There we go. It's already on. String is on. Oh, a little high, too much poundage for me. I think these limbs are like 40 plus, so a little bit more than I'm used to pulling. But there you see how nice they go on. Bow looks really nice from the side. Got the milled out piece in the riser here, so the limb kind of tucks up in there. You'll see a lot of ILS where the limb is just kind of like stuck on there. And it stands out more. It's almost like an afterthought. Well, let's put a limb on there, and they just slap a limb on there. This is not quite that way. This is nicer looking to me. It's milled out in here, so the limb actually slides up inside here a little bit right here. So when you look at it from the side, it looks just like a standard takedown recurve bow, or longbow in this case here now, turned into a longbow. So I guess that's just about it for today for this here, but I just want everybody to know we got these in stock right now. Not a large quantity right now. Things are real hard to come by right now. As far as getting them in, what used to take a few months now takes 6 months generally because of what's going on in the world. So, but we do have some of these in stock in 35, 40, and 45 pound. I'll have more of these ordered because I think this is just possibly the future. It's just a nice advantage when you have this to where you can go from conventional limbs to ILF limbs, and yet it's still not going to break the bank on anybody. This bow I will be making another video on the what I feel are the top 7 bows for 2021 for under $250. So I'll be having that video come out in the next week or two. And this bow is going to be in there, I can tell you that right now, because this bow not only shoots nice, it just has so many advantages to it compared to just a conventional type bow. So I guess that's it for today. Can't think of anything else off the top of my head. Got a radius crown here, I can see that there while I'm thinking of it. It is cut past center slightly, probably around 3/16, I'm going to say. Durable with diamond wood through here, what appears to be diamond wood, also diamond wood here. They just have it, they got it black on this side. Does have the two little layers of green going through there. And so anyways, yeah, got nice comfortable grip, feels good, shoots nice, like I say, with the just with the standard limbs, recurve limbs on it. So I haven't really shot it yet with any of these different longbow limbs, but those, when you change into these different limbs, then it becomes a little bit more of like, the bow may have a different feel to it because of the limbs that you're using, whether they're carbon limbs or foam core, eye-left limbs. There's so many types of limbs out there you can buy for eye-left, it's just almost endless. Different materials and things like that, clear glass, black glass, bamboo core, maple core, foam core, carbon core. So you got a lot of choices out there, and that's what makes this bow kind of special. So the Black Shark Convertabow, new this year for 2021 at Twig Archery. And like I say, supplies are limited right now. We'll have some more in here, I'm sure, by 1st of March time. So thanks for joining us today. Remember to shoot twig, score big, and we'll see you next time.